Hello, my name is Adonis and welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing an X return spread for all of my Sagittarius out there for the month of February. So let's get after it. Okay. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and Jupiter. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Show me cards I need to see. Show me cards I need to see. What type of energies are my Sagittarius currently dealing with? What kind of energies are my Sagittarius currently dealing with here? What type of energies are my Sagittarius currently dealing with here? Okay. Feels good. Interesting. So, right from the start, we're dealing with someone that wants to have assured success. So they're holding on for assured success here. They're pretty sure that they're going to be successful, and they're not letting go here. Okay, so this is someone that is very much is very confident that the relationship interest that they have with you, not only is it going to work, it's going to be successful. They're going to be able to kind of push everyone else out of the picture, and they're going to be successful in the pursuit of a relationship with you. This individual has a lot of passion, a lot of spiritual passion, and a lot of strength. So they have a lot of deep-seated belief. There's a lot of internal drive that this individual has, a lot of passion in the pursuit of this relationship with you. And as I said before, they do not lack in confidence. They're very sure, but they're holding on for it for a short success here. Now this is an individual that is a Page of Pentacles individual here. Okay, so what's also leading to their confidence is that they're very careful with how they present themselves. They're very careful with how they're presenting themselves. They're picking their words very carefully. So they're being very strategic with how they communicate. Their communication is very specific. They're using very specific terminology to get a particular outcome. Okay, so this individual is younger. There's a younger Earth sign individual, a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo. Okay, so this person, like I said, they're very passionate. They're very sure. They're very assured of themselves, and they're hanging on because of the response, obviously, that they're getting back from you. That things are beginning to kind of move in their direction. So that's giving them more of a sense. They're feeling very emboldened. Plus, they're very passionate as well. However, with that being said, they're still sure, but they're not foolish. So they're to a certain extent, yeah, they're not foolish, but they do feel like their hands are tied behind their back here because they're having to be so careful with what they say and how they say it. And I'm getting the impression here, maybe because they're younger, they don't want to say anything that's going to make them come off as being foolish. Okay, so they feel like their hands are tied behind their back because they really want to just kind of like let their hair down and be able to feel comfortable enough to just kind of have like plain speak and things of that nature. But because you are a little older, they're very cognizant of how they come off, and they don't want to come off like as young and foolish. So that's the only thing that's kind of making them feel like they have their hands tied behind their back. However, they are being very truthful. They're being very, very truthful, very forthwith with what their intentions are. And their intentions are very clear. They're looking for a long-term committed relationship where there is financial stability and financial structure in place. So in other words, they don't just want a romantic relationship. They want a relationship that's based on a structural morals, if you will. So what that means is that they want to think they want to, even though they're young, they're very much aware that being frugal to a certain extent with expenses is something that really needs to be considered if you really want to plan for the future. So there's a certain aspect of planning here that this younger earth sign individual is aware of. And you know, the moral aspect is to not take all your money and just blow it on and be very selfish with your monies and just kind of blow them on each other, doing a lot of frivolous stuff. In other words, the moral aspect would be to spend a little, save a little for any potential family that you may want to have. So this individual, like I said, this person is very, they're very careful with how they come off. Okay. And they definitely have a structured long-term plan in mind when it comes to a long-term relationship. And when all of that said, this person is kind of just waiting to see how things ripen on the vine. So they put things out there. They have a very structured perspective of things. They're very careful with how they word things because, again, they don't want to come off as being foolish. And they're just kind of waiting to see how that's received by you, okay? They're waiting to see, you know, how things are going to proceed forward. Now, with that being said, there's also an older air sign individual here, too. A Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius here. Okay, this person is very, a very emotionally solid individual. And makes very wise decisions when it comes to emotional situations. So this person is able to think very quickly on their feet, in other words. So this is a person that is very emotionally structured, very emotionally solid, and they look at pursuing a relationship with you as something completely new, something completely fresh. They come to this relationship with no baggage at all. They have no previous baggage whatsoever. Like I said, they're a very emotionally solid individual. So there's no they're so, and basically they're they inoculated themselves against any type of baggage or emotional baggage that they would bring into the relationship. So in layman's terms here, this is not a rebound situation. This is an older individual here. And they look at you as like a new beginning. So out with the old, in with the new, from a very fresh perspective. They're looking to start something fresh, something new. Any kind of previous relationship this individual has been through, to them, it's over. It's done. It's in the past. So they want to only move forward and look forward, moving forward to pursuing a relationship with you. So with that being said, let's see, what types of energy are your ex dealing with? What types of energy are your ex dealing with? What kind of energy is your ex dealing with here? What type of energy is your ex dealing with here? What kind of energy is your ex dealing with here? What type of energy is your ex dealing with here? Okay. Interesting. So, someone wants to take a leap of faith towards pursuing a relationship with your ex here. This individual is trying to manifest this particular mindset into reality. Okay, so they're trying to manifest a particular relationship with your ex here. And this person as well comes with a lot of strength, a lot of emotional passion, a lot of drive. So there's a lot of passion also on this end as well. Your ex ran into this individual some type of celebration, it feels like here, some type of celebratory ceremony, not so much ceremony, but maybe like there's like a bar, or a club, or a party, if you will. So they met this individual there. Now this individual that is pursuing your ex rather is an air sign individual, okay? A Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius energy here. And they were, you know, in their minds at least, things are pretty clear. You know, they're pretty clear about wanting to pursue a relationship here. with your ex here. You know, mental clarity. However, there also here is an Eight of Cups, which says that this person walked away from the relationship or walked away from the pursuit of the relationship. So with that being said, let's see. Let's get some clarification on this Eight of Cups. What kind of give me some clarification on this Eight of Cups. Why is this Eight of Cups here? Give me some clarification on this Eight of Cups. Why is this Eight of Cups here? Give me some clarification on this Eight of Cups. Why is it Eight of Cups here? Ah, okay. Well, they walked. This person was pursuing a relationship here, trying to manifest all of these great things with your ex, but there's an aspect of financially, they wanted to create something that was have some financial structure to it. They were thinking long term. And it appears as if your ex was not interested in starting anything long-term, especially financially based with them pertaining to children, like financial structure. So your ex had no desire to pursue anything long-term financially structured. So with that being said, they walked, you know, this air sign individuals walked away from the situation, and they're just kind of waiting for their ships to come in. So in other words, they're waiting for your ex to kind of come back around and see things from their perspective. Now, from where they're standing, they're pretty sure. They're pretty sure of themselves. They're pretty sure that that your ex going to come back around again in the pursuit of a relationship here, because they weren't able to come to terms. They would, like I said, you know, I guess the financial aspect of wanting to create something long term, something stable. In other words, it doesn't appear like your ex was ready to do that, and that's what kind of caused this aspect of this individual walking away from them. But I get the impression that it was more for show than there actually was the severing of the connection there. And they're just kind of waiting for their ships to come in again. They're waiting for your ex to kind of make their way back to them. They're pretty sure, like they're pretty sure that this will happen. Also, finally, we have a water sign individual as well. That's in your ex's orbit as well. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. So let's see, what are the chances here of you guys reconnecting together? What are the chances of you guys reconnecting in the month of February? What are the chances of you guys reconnecting in February? Let me see. Okay, let's see here. Well, right now, both of you are looking towards the future. You're looking at the bigger picture, if you will. You're thinking about long-term plans here, okay? So both of you have your eye on the future, if you will, okay? In addition, both of you feel as though you have the higher ground here. So in other words, you think you were right in the dissolving of the relationship, of the connection that you guys have with each other. And they also feel as though that they were right, that they have the high ground in the way that they're seeing things. So right there, you have a stalemate right there. In addition, you got the Two of Wands. So there's a choice to be made here. And I'm really not feeling as though that either one of you, at the moment at least, is willing to back down, because you think that you have the better, you know, that you both feel as though you were both right, and each of you feel as though you have a better long-term plan for your own future. So can you guys connecting again at the end of February? That would be an absolute no. That would be a no. So with that being said, let's see what additional information here. What additional information here is Spirit before I shut this thing down? What additional information Spirit have before I shut this thing down? All right, here we go. Well, as it stands, is the way that things are moving for you. There's no need for you to worry. You're moving in the right direction that you need to for yourself, pursuing your own passions and your own goals. So what you're doing right now is what you need to be doing. So there's no need to worry. You are on the path that you need to be on. In addition, it's not the right time. It's simply not the right time for either one of you to be reconnecting at this particular point in time, because each of you has to find your own individual path. And in addition to that, there's this aspect of if even if you did come into each other's orbit, it will most likely be combative. Okay, it would be very combative, very confrontational. And it's not the right time for that to happen right now. Right now, you have your own pursuits and your own opportunities for something really substantial to be built here. And on their side, they seem like they have a couple of interesting things going on with them as well. So both of you independently are doing your own thing. However, and even if you did run into each other, there would have to be this sense of compromise. And as I said before, I do not think either one of you are willing or even able at this point to compromise your particular perspectives. So, it would not be a good time for you guys to come into each other's orbit right now. Not at all. Yeah, so with that being said, I'm going to shut this thing down now. This was a general X returns reading. So this may not resonate with everyone. If it did resonate with you, however, and you want to know a little bit more about this particular situation, I'll leave the link below. Feel free to click the link so you can get your own personal reading. If this did not resonate with you, but you want to know about your particular situation, again, I'll leave the link below so you guys can get a personal reading. If you haven't already, please like, please share, and please subscribe to this video. And make sure you click that notification bell so you can get notified about all of the new videos that I got coming out. So with that being said, I'm going to shut this thing down now. My name is Adonis. I love you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.